I will turn off the television, but we are running, so...
Bye, Downton Abbey.
Goodbye. Sue went to turn off the television because one of us is very distractible and will end up turned and watching the television rather than talking to you guys. And it might be me.
It could be.
It could be.
She has a thing about the TV, you know, so.
I'm just distractible. I'm probably could use a little Ritalin.
You think?
No, I don't need any more drugs. But
Hi!
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody!
Flock around the table.
We're back again.
On Sunday, November 15th.
Oh my goodness, is it really?
Episode number 21. Ta-da! We
Bloody
are
Bloody
legal.
Marys.
See?
we
We are totally legal. No coffee this morning.
No.
Just drinking.
No, we're just going to start with drinking.
Yep. This is.
Oh, here's to you all.
Yes.
Thank you for subscribing and watching.
Oh, cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers!
Ching ching.
Cheers, guys!
There you go.
Drink up.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't.
Oh, my.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
Sure is. I got olives in mine. Look at this.
Yeah, you got olives.
Okay, I'm going to let them soak a little bit.
Yeah.
And I have a donut, too. We're celebrating with a donut from Jack.
Yeah, she's got a donut.
I got a donut. So this is, 21. Can you believe this?
No.
We've been at this for like 5 months.
Since
Can you guys
June,
believe
was
it?
it?
June
June
was the end of it.
28th?
Got the books.
I don't know.
You can check it out. Here.
I don't know.
Number
Forever.
1. June 28th. You're right.
There are things I know.
See?
Not much, but a few
Wow.
things I know.
That's pretty cool. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being our friends. And wow, this is
Yeah,
great.
and welcome back to
And
the
putting
flock.
up with our
Shenanigans.
And
shenanigans.
if you hear anything kind of go, it's really windy here in Indianapolis.
Oh my gosh,
today.
yes. It's super windy
In
this
fact-
morning.
wind advisories.
In fact, Sue's grill's floating across.
Yes.
The wind's just taking it
I
across
said,
the
don't
deck.
worry, it's tethered. It
So
won't go too far. Mm-mm.
So anyway, but whatever. Weather turned this week. We're in November. Gosh, we only have what? Like a couple weeks and it's Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah. I know.
Man, a week from
Cray,
Thursday? Less than 2 weeks. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then Christmas.
Shush.
Oh.
Oh, God.
And then 2021. Like 2020 is just a blur anyway. So let's get through 20. Let's be
It's
done
funny
with 2020.
because I was looking
We need to
online
be
for
Yes,
some,
I am done with 2020.
seriously, and they have the cutest little ornaments about how 2020 was disgusting out on Etsy and,
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
some of those where they have, especially like with the toilet paper,
I've
which
seen those.
started that. That
gonna
was the
drink.
whole start of this whole thing was this, and then the masks. And I think the Grinch has. I found this really cute with the Grinch. Social distancing. 39.5-foot pole, please. And I'm thinking, well, I guess he's got it right. You know, he's
Yeah.
like over there going, nope, I'm with your 39.5-foot pole. That's how far you got to stay away from me, you know, so.
Yeah, that's Sharon would like a 39.5-foot pole.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi,
Yeah.
Sharon.
Yeah,
Hi,
chicken
Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. We're saying hello to the world out here, you know, so anyway. But, yeah, it's going to be, before you know it, it'll be here and halfway gone.
2021.
I'm hoping.
So in
Good Lord.
2021, does that mean that like because it's 21 and
Oh, we
like,
can
we're
drink all the
21,
time.
that we can drink all the
Oh,
time?
I think
In
so.
2021.
I think 21 will be the
I
year.
like that idea.
This
I
was
think
the
we
year.
should drink every Sunday, actually.
This 2020 has been like the year of suspended animation. We've been in suspended animation because first you can do something, then you can't, then you can, then you can't. Now it's getting worse again, but we don't know why. And so 21, we'll just start it out.
Drink,
I
drink.
mean, New Year's Eve drinking. We'll
But you know what
Just
they-
stay
continue
that way
drinking all the way through.
the whole year.
You know what they say? It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It is. It's
It
5
is.
o'clock somewhere. See, so there you go. You
And
know?
I'm a supporter of that idea.
In
I am
moderation.
too.
In moderation.
In moderation.
In moderation.
I have to drive home.
Yeah.
One
Well,
less
hers
to
is
have.
virgin, so she can have as many as she wants.
I usually do have
If
several.
she has too many, I'll just put her up in the spare bedroom.
Well, somebody needs to go get my dog.
we would go get.
We could
would
go get
Jack.
Harley.
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 That too.
You can't bring Jack back.
No, I'm sorry.
She
I
does
can't.
have a jack.
I'm so sorry.
She had a jack.
I
So
had
anyway,
a Jack.
She did have a
Still
Jack.
other than that, I mean, it was a pretty decent, quiet week for us here in Indy. Nothing really major in
You want to
elections
talk about
and
our
stuff.
breakfast with Carly?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
you
was
guys
fun.
had breakfast with Carly, didn't
Breakfast with Carly. That
On
sounds like a movie title.
Wednesday, we went to our normal, Another Broken Egg, 96th and Meridian. Shout out to them. Great place. And Carly went to Cincinnati with her husband for a mini vacation.
Yeah.
And she had all this fun stuff that they did. They went to some sign museum and some other place and some other war
And
museum.
other places and other
she went to
places.
Some
fiber
yarn shops
optics
and
Yarn chops
and
and
stuff. So anyway,
yeah.
checked out restaurants and things. Anyway, she was off on Wednesday, so she...
Because it was Veterans Day.
It's Veterans Day, so she works for the state. So she came and she met us for lunch. And it was really nice.
Breakfast, lunch.
Brunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We don't open them up. We get there about 10:30, but we're usually there when they close.
We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we just
Of
kind of
course.
chit chat in the coffee, and then all the waiters and waitresses know us.
And they come up and talk to us. And
Yeah, and they've added. And we passed on our little cards. So that
oh, did we show everybody our cards?
We did last
we did
week.
last
Did
week.
we last week?
We can
Yeah.
show again if you haven't seen
no,
it. But we gave it to our little guy, Damien. So cute. This little guy is.
Oh, he is.
I think if he were outside in the wind today, we'd see him flying like a kite.
He would be with my
He'd
grill.
be with your grill. I mean,
Okay.
he has no substance. He's like this big, seriously.
And a lot of hair.
And a lot of hair. And he's as cute as a button. Anyway, we gave him the card and he was so funny. He goes, I'm just going to go and follow you right now. He goes right in the back. And he pulls his phone out as he's going in the back and you can see him punching in that he's going to get online with us.
What's his name?
Damien.
Damien.
And
Oh,
he's
I think
really
he
cute.
did follow us.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
Hi,
see?
Damien. Good to
Hi,
see
Damien.
you.
Thank you joining us.
See you Wednesday.
So yeah, it was fun. So we had a good time, and she brought
So you
in
guys got to sit there and
and
chit-chat
chat with her and everything. And she brought her yarn that she's been spinning.
Yeah.
So we
Cool.
told her that she needs to come on one week and show people. She's not quite yet up to selling or anything. I don't think.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you
some
know,
of it
as
she
a
might.
hobby.
But as a hobby, she's
Oh.
really pretty good at it.
Yeah.
She's getting her color combinations better as she's, winding them through. And
Cool.
and she's having her mom make up some cards so that she knows what she's done and what she has. And, it's kind of like,
Well, and she's going to make a colorway for us.
yes,
Oh, she is?
yes.
It's
Oh.
going to be dusty pink,
Nice.
purple, and teal.
Oh, fun.
Wouldn't that
Wouldn't it
be
be-
fun? Yeah,
Yeah,
so we'll have
It'll
to,
be the
Nice.
flag around the table colorway.
Awesome.
awesome, huh? So we're going to get her to do that. She said that she'd be more than happy to.
We'll probably
work
have
with
to
us.
buy her some
We'll have to do the roving and things to
roving.
figure-
That was the word I was looking
Yeah,
for.
we have to get her the
Thinking
stuff to
stuffing.
do that. She says she does it every day. She says it's real relaxing.
Huh.
I can't imagine.
I can't either.
I can't imagine
Good for
keeping
her.
it that
Awesome.
she
just loves it.
I my hands lately with the weather changing
Yeah.
and everything.
I haven't
Oof,
done
my
as
hands
much.
are awful.
Yeah, I haven't done as much as I should be doing with the holidays coming along, but that's okay. So anyway, but yeah, it was fun. It was nice to see her, and we totally social distanced. She got there first, and she took this big boo. So Carly's like here. Micah's like, "Hey, how you doing over there?"
You're using a megaphone to talk to
I was
each other.
reading lips. It was
Yeah,
all right.
It was fine. So we did good.
It took
Yeah.
ASL. Like,
I do know
just
a
sign
few-
language
Yeah.
across them.
Hey,
I do know a
so
few
guys-
I know
signs.
a few too.
Yeah, so anyway, it was good. We had a good time. It was nice seeing her and having a little bit different
Yeah.
company for a change and
Good.
things like that. So
What's wrong with my company?
oh, it's so
Different
wonderful.
company. Different company.
Different, just an
Different
addition
company.
to the pleasant
Yeah.
company we normally have on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
We made
Okay.
an addition to
You're
it.
saving yourself almost.
Got that one. I'm sweating underneath my pits here. Got it.
Speaking of sweating, I need to take this off.
So let's talk about
yeah.
your thing because
So,
she's got to get it off.
I got to get it off because it's doing its job. It's keeping me warm. Just because I wanted to show you guys something different. It's not new. And it's definitely not a new pattern, but it's a fun pattern. Although Deb will tell you, I kind of cursed a little bit.
I think only because you were new to
I was
it.
new.
Your first. It was.
It
your
was my
time
first ever pattern.
with yarning
knitted.
over and dropping.
Yeah.
And so you didn't pick just an easy one where you just drop it.
No,
You
but
pick
it's
it with a
dropping
crossover.
3. Yeah. So this is Hipster by Joji Locatelli. It's a fun knit.
Yeah.
It truly is a fun knit, and it's an easy, fast knit. I think they call it intermediate.
Oh, sure.
Whatever.
You'd start out on an intermediate.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I didn't purchase this pattern. It was purchased for me with the yarn by my mother-in-law for Christmas present.
Okay.
So she honestly
Didn't
know. And
Right.
she's a cross stitcher, so knitting and crochet is like foreign to her. So at the time I was only crocheting, and she went into the yarn shop and asked, "What do I get?" She didn't understand.
Right.
She didn't understand the difference between crochet and knitting, and so the salesperson there
Probably was the same way.
she didn't tell him that it was just. So she said, "Well, we do have these kits." So she purchased this kit. So hence why I got
a
Joji, which I've since purchased
Several.
Joji's since then because I love her patterns. But yeah, so it came as a kit, and I think this was, I can't remember the yarn.
Okay.
Don't look at me. I don't know.
Adobe something or other. Adobe. I'll find it and put it in. But yeah, it was 3 different colors of worsted weight yarn, and the directions are for one solid color. So I'm not sure why the shop that was there split it into 3 different colors, but they did, and so I just I faded them together when I put them together.
Smart move.
So. Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I am too.
As a first knit, I think it was fun.
Yeah. It's
Although
good.
I did probably grumble a couple of times with
It was a triple yarn over that we got. Which
triple
is
yarn
fine.
over, and then you drop them, and then you cross them.
And then you cross them. It was the crossing, and then it was also
fun.
Tuesday night that she was working on them
Yeah.
in the shop with all of us chit-chatting. And she was, I think, a couple of times we had to have backed out. Only
I
because
think I
we were
probably had
chitting.
it done within a week, though.
Oh, yeah, it was fast.
Because
Very
it's worsted.
Quick. It's worsted,
and and it's all knitting. There's
Yeah.
no purling.
And that's probably why you did it back then, even though it was a gift. But
Yeah.
maybe your mother-in-law even knew that you didn't.
No,
curl
she
back then.
didn't. She didn't. She didn't know.
Which leads me into
So-
a subject I want to talk about today.
Easy one. I may do Hipster again because
I
I
think
really
it's
do
cute.
like that one. It's fun.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think now that you've brought it out, I might have to consider it myself. I like that.
I think it could easily be done in any weight yarn.
Yeah, oh yeah, very much so.
Because you could just continue to
It
make
could just
it
be
bigger.
a nice smaller scarf
Yeah.
and fingering.
So-
it would just be closer.
At any rate, it's Hipster
So
by Joji.
go ahead and
Great
take a
pattern.
look at it.
Great
so
pattern.
when we started this, I wasn't as good at keeping track of what I do, what I used, you know, because
Yeah,
I'm not a serial knitter. I'm not a serial knitter. Marcia, hi Marcia, is very much a serial knitter. When she gets a pattern, she buys enough yarn to make 2 because more than likely she's going to make 2 of everything. I mean, she's just like that.
Well, if one is good, 2 is better, and
Yeah.
she'll make 3.
So I was just wondering this week how you guys keep track of your yarn and your items when you're done with something. Like I
Like
made,
this one, I know it's Adobe
Adobe
Dye
something,
Works, I think
right.
is what it is.
So would you write on your pattern,
Pattern?
a little note
Ooh.
what you used? Now you don't write on
Oh,
your
she
patterns.
doesn't write on her patterns at all.
So, and Carly does, so she's another one.
I do too.
will write on my patterns because I always figure I can always print off another one. It's not a big deal. Or I'll make a spreadsheet to go with it because I love my
you
little
make
spreadsheets.
spreadsheets.
But from the standpoint of, would you write, like here in the directions, you know, or under materials, do you write what you used and needles? Or do you just...
Don't look at me. I don't
No,
write
I'm
anything.
asking, you don't write anything. Do you keep a note anywhere?
Hell no.
Okay, what about with the yarn that's left over? Do you keep a note
Nope.
or anything? You don't
It's a
either.
mystery.
Okay, well, if you guys have a different place that you know where you can do this, I came up with this little card that I think I'm going to start using. It's just the size that you would put on a little package, you know,
Okay.
thing, and it says the yarn the color, a dye lot, a weight, a gauge, if it calls
size?
for a different size, if you happen to lose this. And then on the back you can put like notes.
So you're going to put that with your actual object?
I'm going to write this out right away when I do it. Because what I did like here with Dragon Horde, this is my Dragon Horde DK. It's called High Lady, and it's called Dragon Horde. It's Fairy Tale DK. There's no dye lot or gauge on the little thing. And then I can put this away. And on the back, I put used with my hat, about 40 grams I used. So I have about 90 yards.
So you're about that, but what about the actual object?
The actual object,
You just have to remember?
No, I do write on the pattern. When I'm done with my pattern, I will write here what I used it when I put it away. Like when I put the pattern in my notebook, that for the ones that, I have a notebook that says done patterns, okay? Because I always think someday I'm going to go back and make it again. Very rare. I mean, I did 2 of the painted brick hats,
right?
Okay? Otherwise, I rarely ever make the same hat. Rarely ever make the same mittens, except for basic. I'll do a basic mitten. But I never remember what yarn I always used, or what this was used for and what it was. You know what I mean? So do you guys, well, you know, like when you put your stash away.
You put it away?
Yeah.
That's my problem.
My stash goes in, my leftover fingering goes into my fingering blanket bag.
Okay. And you don't care what you used it for, or what it was, or what the weight was?
I'm done with what I was using
or the
it
weight
for.
was, or anything else.
Fingering goes into my fingering blanket bag.
Yeah, but not
worsted
all
goes into my
is the same.
worsted cowl bag.
Okay. Well, I just thought this was kind of a cool idea to kind of keep
It's
track.
a lovely idea.
It's a lovely idea.
I'll bring my leftover fingering for your fingering blanket bag.
Well, when I pulled it out this summer, I was kind of thinking, when we were working
what
on
do you guys, how do you guys, I would be more, I think I would be more interested in coming up with a way to categorize or catalog my project and what needle size and what yarn.
So you wouldn't put it on the pattern?
No.
Why not?
Well, I would want a photo of it, for one.
So yeah, maybe like,
because I sell a lot of things, right? So it wouldn't
that's
necessarily be in my closet.
True,
so I would need a photo of it,
right?
And listing of. Now I know you can do that on Ravelry.
Right, I know you can.
You can do finished objects on Ravelry.
Right, you can do it on that. I was just wondering. I mean, like a notebook or something like that, where you put. Well,
but
you
don't
could
have
put
a
picture, but I
bet
don't have
Leah
a
has a
photo.
notebook that has all that stuff
Leah,
in.
what do you do? Because you're very good at this stuff.
Well,
and she does multiples too. But
I
she's
did
got
start-
a good brain. She's got a memorizing brain.
Yeah, but she's got a young brain.
Yeah, and she remembers.
Are you implying mine isn't a good
No,
brain?
not at all. I'm not saying any of that.
Yes,
Somebody
she
who can't find a pattern that she bought 2 weeks ago.
I did think that I was going to be organized, and I started a notebook, and I started recording like January 20th. Started hat with such and such on such and such a needle size.
Yeah.
And I listed the color, the needle size, blah 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 blah, and how many, because a lot of times I just make my pattern up. So I would give myself a general idea of either what pattern it was I was doing, or if I was making my pattern up, I would kind of give myself. But you have to be consistent with that, and I'm not consistent with it. So after about 3 months, I stopped doing that, and
I made it to July.
Tore those
with my
pages
calendar.
out and used the notebook for something else.
no, it's still.
I have one that I got at I don't spend a lot. I go to the dollar store, and I was good until about July, and then
You weren't all that good in July.
I was good in July. I was really good in July. Anyway,
There's that look for you, Carly.
The eye roll. Yeah.
I missed it. Okay. I don't know. I just kind of thought maybe some organization or some way to keep better track, especially now that we've done this. Thank God I remembered I'd only done one pair of gloves with beads when one of our viewers had asked me for it. So and that back then is when I really started to think about how I should be keeping better track of what and it's not hard to upload a picture and put it in
where?
We'll put it in either a Word document or come up with a master type thing that you could type up and put in your computer so you always have it, or on your tablet or your phone or something, so that you could go in when you're traveling or you just go into the shop and you don't have patterns.
She is just rambling.
I don't know. I'm trying to think out loud.
rambling.
Okay, I'm done.
Totally
Fine. I'm going to show you my hat. We're just going to move right on.
And she's losing me over here because it's
she's
like
just rambling.
it's technical stuff. I don't want to think about it.
Okay. See, finish my hat.
Yeah.
Sorriest pom pom you've ever seen.
It is a sorry pom pom.
I want to explain that.
Of course she does.
I was making.
Let's just drink while she talks.
We'll drink.
I can just drink. Let's just drink.
Are they picking at me? Snoop Dogg, where are you when I need it? They can't be calling me on my phone. I was making the pom pom and I'm rolling it and rolling it. All of a sudden I got to the end and I'm like this.
She rolled it 6 times.
I did not.
Thanks.
Anyway, all of a sudden I came to the end of the yarn and I'm thinking, crap, that's not very much. Well, I thought if I cut it smaller, it might be a little fuller. And then when I put it on, it was pretty pathetic. But I thought it was kind of cute.
It looks kind of like an octopus pom pom. I mean, it's kind of fun.
Kind of fun.
Like an octopus pom pom.
Well, and then when I was cleaning up my mess on my little spot,
And you didn't have it labeled.
And I didn't have it labeled, so how am I supposed to know what it was? Minnesota didn't tell me up here. And so I found the other part of it. So now I guess I could make a bigger pom-pom, but
we wouldn't have anything to make fun of you about.
I know.
Oh, yes, we would.
Yeah. Hey, I resemble that remark.
I know
okay?
you do.
So there you have it. Anyway, so here you see it. And Sue actually posted it. She put it on Flock Around the Table for you guys.
On Instagram.
On Instagram. And then I got on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
I did. I got on.
And did you see it?
Yeah, I did. And it was exciting. But I told the computer to save
your password
on the big computer. So it's not on my phone. I can't get on the other phone because I don't remember. When you reset it, I was typing it in and then it would go,
what?
My password.
I didn't reset your password.
I did.
Oh.
Okay, I reset my password. And so when I reset my password, it filled the screen and then it said I had used that one. So I typed in another one. And then the next thing you know, it came up.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one it let me do.
Probably the second one.
Probably, but I'm not going to try it again. I'm just going to leave it on the computer. It's down in the little corner now until Mikey gets on it, and then he won't. He'll turn it off, and then I'll have to figure it out again. So, okay, so that's my hat, and then I have one more thing to show you this week. I'm just going to do my
pink. I'm excited because it's pink.
This is the baby blanket.
A baby blanket.
Yep, the baby blanket so far. See, and you can see the heart.
Oh, yeah.
That is pretty.
That is cute.
You can see the heart.
Very nice.
Oh, well, they can't see the heart. So
and I
let's
actually
hold it
like
up
the
a little
backside
closer
better.
to them so that they can see the heart. Now you can see it.
You can see it. See?
They can see it there.
Yeah. There's a little heart right here. This is actually the front side. But look, you can almost see it better on the back side. See, look. Isn't that a little better? I love it.
Let me know if they answer you.
What? They do. Right here. I hear it all the time.
They do.
I know.
And she's not even drinking.
Can you imagine if I did?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Gosh, no. Please don't.
I
couldn't handle it.
I was with her in Grand Cayman, and we went on this cruise to
across the bay.
Across the bay to a restaurant, and they were serving rum punch, and so Deb took a rum punch, and there was rum in it, and she said, "Oh, I can't drink this," so we had to find some just punch for her because she got real goofy real fast, and it was
very strong punch.
Just between us, it It was hard to tell the difference.
I got to play Titanic on the front of the boat.
She did. Oh my Lord, have mercy, she did.
I did.
I would have. I probably would have too. Yeah. But to be honest, I probably.
I sat in the back and drank. Just
yeah.
But I made friends. Of course, Deb did too. Everybody knew who she was.
Of course they did.
You were the lady on the front of the boat, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that was
singing.
Me. No, I didn't sing. But he let me drive the boat.
Because you were the sober one.
I was the sober one, so he let me drive.
But you didn't know where you were going.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. I was shooting for the other end of at the end, because he said we were going to the end of the. In Grand Cayman, it kind of goes like this, around like this. So if you drive it,
Depends on which side of the aisle
it's
you're
so
on.
funny because she's doing this in the air and like nobody but
they know. You're very intelligent, so you figured it out. Here we are at on this side, and then we went across, up to here, and that's like 45 minutes on a boat. Otherwise, when you drive like this and go through town, it's about 3 hours. It's a long
356 hours.
Well, it depends on whether you take the road through the town or the other side. There's two roads. Well, actually, it's one road. It just goes around.
Yeah, it just goes like back and forth because this is open. It does not go around. You can't.
Yes,
this
it
goes.
does.
No, it doesn't. Grand Cayman's like this, where
It's shaped like a foot.
It's like this.
Don't draw.
Okay, children, stop.
We went across like this, and that would be driving like that. And we were here. We started here, and then we ended there. See, that's how the map goes.
You can't.
Anyway,
At any rate, they took a boat.
We drove to Rum Point, and then from Rum Point took a boat across to I don't know, but it was a really nice restaurant, and it was really good food, and we had a bunch of really nice people with us, some of whom I was going to continue to be in contact with, but
it just didn't happen.
I drank too much. No, it didn't happen because,
it just didn't happen. We were all like, oh, hey, let's get together. Yeah, we'll see you next year. And we didn't get this
There wasn't a next year. I mean, this year is next year.
The first week.
But you couldn't go there this
No,
year.
we couldn't go this year.
No.
And they still don't want us because we're Americans and we're German.
We're in Germany.
I'm hoping maybe like in late spring.
21.
So
It was a really nice night, and the first time we did it on the 4th of July, and here we thought we were going to be really snotty, and we were going to be in the middle of the bay and be able to watch everybody's fireworks, right? It poured rain. So we only saw the fireworks in the sky because there was pretty good thunder and lightning going on. And then the second week, we were on the boat, and it was much nicer, and we had a much easier.
It was calmer.
It was calmer that night, so it was really a good idea. And the people I sat next to, he was very impressed that I knew that the storm was 30 miles away, 30 minutes away. I met him one night. I had gone down to pick up our salad because I had made taco meat. So I picked up salads, and the storm was coming across the ocean, which was amazing because it was so dark, and you'd see the lightning and everything. I mean, it looks like it's 20 feet away. I mean, like it's coming at you, but it was 30 minutes away and then some. So the guy was sitting at the bar, and he was half not there. I think he had quite a few of these. And he said, well, I think we need to count to 12, 5. And I said, oh, no. I said, it won't hit until 8:37 because that's what we had figured the Weather Channel had said.
And Mikey had
told me.
Yeah.
My husband and I called him that night, and I said, hey, what's going on? He goes, oh, you got some weather coming after you. I'm like, excuse me? I said, I know. I'm watching it across the ocean. Yeah, it's going to be in blah, 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 blah. It's got this pressure, right off the wind.
27 minutes.
Yeah, and it was 27 minutes. So I went down and I told the guy, and then he sat next to us at dinner, and he was like, you were right. I think you were off by 2 minutes. And I said, give or take, So he thought he's like, you are a real weather person. And I said, yeah.
No, you're married to one.
No, I'm married to one who loves it. I mean, he doesn't even say hello. Are you having a good time? Are you, or anything. It was like, you got some weather coming after you. Better batten the hatches down. And it did really.
And we didn't have any hatches to batten.
No, we didn't. But we did hear it. It did blow quite a bit through the. It shook the windows and stuff because we were on the 4th floor. It's really pretty cool. I stood outside and watched it for a while. But then it got a little windy and the sand kind of came in my face, so I came in. Did we close the curtains or do we leave them open?
We usually close the curtains because
Because
otherwise...
the sun in the morning.
Yeah.
It got too hot. So are you? She's getting on me. So Micah, what are you sewing on over there?
Yeah, Micah, what this?
Oh, this is for my granddaughter, Caitlin.
I'm gonna be very.
This is my granddaughter, Caitlin's poncho, and I started it again, and I started it with Leading Men. The weight is Box Office, which is a worsted weight, but it is so soft. The color is red-handed.
Ooh.
And I am so much happier with this, and it's coming right along. The previous yarn was just a struggle for me to pick up a knit. I just wasn't happy with it. So while it broke my heart to tear it all out and start again, I'm so glad I did because I really like this so much better. So Caitlin,
you like Leading Men.
I like Leading Men.
They were just here in Indy.
Yeah, they were. And I'm particularly fond of, like Toby Maguire was looking good as a Leading Man on
Cider House Rules.
Cider. She had the television.
We were watching Cider House Rules this morning when they came in.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Soft.
Yeah, and I think my granddaughter's going to like it a whole lot better. I'm just hoping the color suits her fancy.
Well,
she
I think
wanted
so.
red. This isn't quite red. It's more of a red and black combo, but I think it's going to go with a lot of stuff. It's
It's a better red than if you'd gone like
than a
Santa
bright
Claus
red. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that it would have been too much.
This would go with blue. It'll
Yeah.
go with black.
It will go with her black leggings,
Khaki
which
with
is
the legging. Yeah, we were discussing that earlier. I said,
yeah.
I said, you should wear with jeans. Kids don't wear jeans. Yeah, they all wear those skinny little leggings, you know. But I
They
have
wear
chamois
jeans.
jeans on. The chamois jeans.
I have on jammies. Period.
I have on a sweatshirt,
I-
and
I'm a Three Caballero shirt.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
Yep.
so other
You're
than
on the
that,
wrong page. Micah and I wore that
last week.
well,
last week or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, you're kind of a little off.
Oh, I got one for us for the holiday. Don't worry.
Do you?
As
Oh,
long
good.
as me and my machine
Oh,
are
good.
not speaking
Oh,
at the
good.
moment. So
Oh, good. I can't
see
wait.
what my machine did in my finner?
What, you stitched it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got the needle stuck in it and I cracked it, and then when I made my bed and I was
Cracked the
tucking it in-
needle?
oh no, yeah, and my nail.
Oh.
Oh,
And
well-
I didn't know it was cracked. Okay, I mean it was loose. I got the needle stuck in. I don't have good sensation anyway. I stopped it quick enough that the needle just spliced it. So I didn't have squirts of blood, just a little blood. And thank God it had already run through, so it didn't get on what I was sewing. And
Yeah, thank
so
God, 'cause it's
I
probably
went
yours.
upstairs. I cleaned it all
It's
up
okay.
and
I'll
got
get
the
it on it anyway the next time.
and then
Sleep.
I was tucking in my bed. Oh, the weighted blanket's gone. So I was putting the.
Squirrel.
So I was tucking
Watch
in
out, folks.
my quilt and my sheets and everything because they took the weighted blanket away. And then I caught it on the crack caught and tore back. And I screamed and tripped over my butt and fell on my butt. And my watch went off. And Mikey, I didn't realize my watch had gone off. So then Mikey comes running in the room, partly because he heard it, and the other reason his phone was going off, you know.
Right.
And so he's like, "What the hell?" And I said, I don't know what I said, can't remember. But then I
tore my
doing
fingernail
this.
off.
Well, I didn't at first. It was still there. It was just kind of stuck up. So he said, so we taped it down until it kind of dried, and then it's easier to cut, you know,
Yeah.
when it's gotten hard instead
Yeah.
of soft. So, but it's been pretty painful. So
She's sitting here showing this to me like you guys can see it.
yeah, I can show you my
And
finger.
she's-
See,
she's-
I'll give you the finger. It hurts. It was bad enough. Now, I've only sewn, this is probably like maybe in all the years I've had my sewing machine and embroidery machine, this is like maybe the third time I've done it. And one time.
You would think you would learn after the first time or two.
Now,
To keep
this
your
was my
fingers out of
sewing
there.
machine. If it's the first time I ever did it was in my embroidery machine, and you know how it embroiders that fancy
Yeah,
stuff
no
on the
clue.
edge?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
finishes
I do.
the stuff along
Yeah,
the edge,
yeah.
right? Wrong. I mean, we actually had to go to the emergency room to get that one cut off. Because it was like sewn to my finger. And we kept trying to pick at it. And
Oh my gosh.
it
Okay,
was
stop.
terrible.
Okay.
So, We ended up in the emergency room for that one. So.
Do you want to see my new yarn?
Yeah, let's see
Yeah.
new yarn. Oh, and while she gets her new yarn together, let me
It's
tell
going to
you-
be a struggle here.
Yeah, that Brenda and Heather yarn.
Bah.
Bah.
B-A-H.
B-A-H. Capital B, little a, capital H. Sort of like our fat F-A, small T.
Shush.
Just
Okay,
tell the story.
Bah.
anyway, Bah is giving 10% with code 42 because it's Heather's birthday this weekend. She's
Awesome.
42. And that ends tonight. So I wanted to share that, and I got an email.
So BAH.com,
BAH.com.
I think, is their website. BAH.com.
They got some really cute, like if you've got
Code
sports
42.
people.
Is it just the numbers 42?
Yeah, code 42. Yeah, the number's
So
42.
when you're checking out, put
And
in
I think it's right on their
42.
website, too. I think they have that
Just won't
today.
shut up, will she?
Micah, show us your yarn.
Oh, okay. Another new dyer, again, for me, because I've led a sheltered life. This is Inspired Fiberworx.
I like it.
And this is a DK. I was showing them earlier today, and I said, this is kind of a heavy fingering. And Deb said, that's because it's a DK. And I said, no, it isn't. And
I always
looked
get
at
fingering.
I always get fingering, and I looked at the tag, and it is indeed DK.
DK.
But it's
I like this. This
I
is
do
kind
too.
of fun.
yeah.
Isn't that
Look
nice?
at these, like,
I think it
little
would be
colors
great.
that pop out of the black.
A hat.
Oh my gosh, I
A
just
nice
love
cowl
this.
or
Look
something.
at this little
Isn't that neat?
blue that just
Yeah,
shimmers
yeah.
through it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
It'll
think
be
it's
interesting when you wind it.
oh
can't wait
yeah.
to see
No,
how
it'll
it's-
be more interesting when you knit with it.
Well, that too.
That's too. My to knit list, which I don't write down,
is monstrous.
is monstrous. And
Yeah.
I sit at home and I'm working on something, and I glance at my coffee table and go, oh yeah, I was going to
Oh,
do.
you would be so pretty in that.
Yes, I think, and don't I have a pattern? And I look through my patterns and I find the yarn, and then I think, no, I got to
Then you
finish
could
what
put a
I'm
little
doing.
tag that
Oh my
you
God,
want to
see.
do with it.
Jesus criminy.
So anyway, that's my story. I'm
Hey,
sticking-
don't hit me too hard. It might be a go to the emergency
Oh, yeah,
room
yeah.
again.
She ended up in the emergency room.
Yes,
did.
yesterday.
Oh,
I did. I ended up in the emergency room yesterday. Have no fear. I'm fine. I just couldn't get my nose to stop bleeding.
it wasn't
honestly-
even dry out, so I don't know.
Honestly, couldn't get my nose to stop
It was
bleeding.
the change of pressure.
Probably. It was the change of pressure.
Sharon, it was a change in pressure yesterday because this one had it.
Yeah. So I just couldn't get it to stop. It just wouldn't stop. And finally Jamie said, well, I'm taking you over. So, yeah. So then they sprayed something up my nose, which was the absolute awfulest tasting thing ever. I don't know what it is. Do you know what they...
Well,
Liver.
It starts with an L.
lidocaine.
No, it wasn't lidocaine. It was something I never heard of. It was like, yeah.
I don't know.
But it kind of tasted like if you mixed Lysol with formaldehyde. and yeah. And so my nose is like Saturday Night Live, like literally gushing out of my nose. Even then. And so the doctor takes this thing and she goes, okay, on the count of 3, I want you to breathe in. Seriously. And I'm like, oh, it's just gushing out.
And you're like,
And I'm like, okay. And so she 1, 2, 3s, and I go like that. And I thought I was gonna die. But it's just the horriblest tasting, because even though it's not in your mouth, you still taste it.
Oh, sure.
yeah.
You totally taste
Right.
it. And then she's like, she didn't even give me time. My eyes instantly start watering.
Oh, I'm sure.
And you don't even get a moment to catch your breath.
And she's
And then she's like, okay, we're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3. And they have to like breathe in again. Yeah.
because
and
I think most people at that point would be pushing her out of the room, saying, "No, you can't get
so,
two."
and
So
my
now your
and-
brain is frozen?
and my husband is sitting right there next to
Probably
me with
trying
his
to be supportive.
mask on. And then they take this thing that looks like a tampon and they shove it up your nose. And the whole time I'm still trying to recover from the taste of this stuff, which is just horrendous. And my eyes are still watering, and I know what she's doing, but I'm still recovering from this, and I'm looking up, so I'm not seeing what she's doing.
Which was probably good.
Which
because
is probably a good thing because
she would have been chasing you through that emergency room.
yeah, and then when she gets done and she's like, okay, well, whatever. So the thing that they stick up your nose had some numbing stuff on it. So she's like, okay, we got that, and I'll be back in a little bit. We're just gonna let that take effect. And I looked over at my husband and I said, I don't want to know how long that thing was that she put up my nose to. And he goes, no. I don't think you do want to know how big that thing was. He goes, I think maybe it's touching your brain.
It's funny now, but it probably was.
Actually, at the time, it was the spray stuff that really got me. And then like an hour later, after that sat there for a little bit, and my front teeth went numb from the numbing stuff that was on.
I wonder if they put like a Novocaine in there.
I don't know. And then so half an hour, 45 minutes later, she took it out and then wanted to make sure it wasn't going to start bleeding again. And 20 minutes later, I was out the door.
How cool.
And she said, don't blow your nose. Don't pick your nose. Don't, she didn't say pick, but
Don't
whatever
laugh
it was.
hysterically and blow it out your nose.
Yeah, no sniffing, no blowing,
No snorting.
no. And I'm just like, so all day yesterday, it felt like I needed to freaking blow my nose. And I'm dying, and every 10 minutes I'm sneezing because of that pressure.
Well, you're lucky
so
that
today
didn't
I still
start.
feel like I need to blow my nose, and I'm afraid to blow my nose.
That sneezing, you're lucky it didn't start the bleeding again.
I know.
Yeah.
But you can't do anything about a sneeze.
No,
you're going to sneeze.
I can't.
And you're going to sneeze.
Although I went to the
Sometimes
emergency
hold it
room,
in.
it really wasn't like a big deal.
That's
Well,
okay.
if you kept bleeding,
Well, yeah, but I
eventually
mean-
you'd get dry.
But it wasn't like, it wasn't like I got stabbed or shot or something
thank
crazy
God
like that.
for
I just
that.
had a nosebleed for crying out loud that
Thank
wouldn't
God.
stop.
I haven't been in the emergency room for any of those yet either. So
Stabbing or shooting or
no, not yet.
nosebleed.
No. Nosebleed. Nope, not for nosebleed.
Not for
either.
nosebleed?
Nope.
Not for nosebleed?
I've only been to the emergency room once, and it was because my mother insisted I had.
You broke your leg.
Oh well, there's that. Okay,
That was in China.
It was a Chinese emergency
Yeah.
room. And that was interesting. I remember the nurse, and they gave me 2 prescriptions, and she say, "You take this 4 hours. You take this 4 hours." And I said, "Do I take them at the same time or at different times?" And she said, "Yes." And I
So
said,
she didn't speak English too well.
not too well. The saving grace was we were on a tour, and one of the people who was on the tour with us was a pharmacist, and she was able to say, "Okay, this is what you do with these."
Yeah.
But it was exciting, and I have a pair of Chinese crutches in my closet.
That'd be nice. You should
I
put 'em up
have
on the wall.
Chinese crutches in my closet too.
Mine are
Oh,
Chinese
you didn't
too.
mean the ones that just say made in China.
No. These were
Let's say made in Hong Kong.
mine were made in America,
They're made in USA and
and I
shipped
brought
over.
them back from China.
There you
Yeah,
go. That's how
geez,
we work.
so
Well,
funny.
Yeah.
emergency rooms are a trip, I'll tell you.
It was, and Mom paid for the emergency room on her, I don't know, Visa,
Yeah, I would.
and it was like $30.
Yeah.
It was just like, and the ambulance was, and we say ambulance only in the fact that it
the
drove
broadest
quickly.
sense.
The broadest sense of the word ambulance.
It was a panel truck, and it had this gurney,
Oh.
unrestrained gurney, let me say, in the back of the panel truck. And my mother and the tour guide were holding on to it so it wouldn't roll around too much.
Sure.
It was, oh God, it was such a experience
It's a
that
lovely experience.
I bet.
it was an experience.
Hey,
It gave you a
you get
story
a lot
to
of
talk
knowledge.
about.
It's a
It
great
gave me a
story.
story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wonderful story.
It
you
is
know?
because there aren't a lot of folks that have done it.
You know, I've never been to an emergency room outside of the U.S. I've been to plenty inside the U.S. on trips, but never on an outside.
My mother was most perturbed because I had to go home, and we were only halfway through the vacation.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
true. That would be.
And so now she says to me, well, I never got to finish my vacation because you broke your leg.
Uh-huh.
And I
Yeah.
reassure her that I didn't do it on purpose. And so when the terracotta soldiers came to the Children's Museum here in Indianapolis, I took her to see them because she'd missed them in China.
In China.
Yes.
That would be something.
And that
yeah.
shut her up.
That was good. I'm glad you shut her up. That's good. Yeah.
It was an experience. It was nothing I want to ever do again. But it
was
makes,
You mean go to
Yeah.
China or break your leg overseas?
yeah. I don't know that I want to go. I'm not sure I want to go back to China.
No.
It was.
I wouldn't go now, but someday
No.
I wouldn't mind seeing the wall just for the heck of it.
I saw the wall.
They say if you fly over it, you can see.
Oh, I'm gone. The space people in space can see it.
See, so I figure all I really need to do is just fly over it, and I'll be okay.
It's big.
I know. I've heard.
So I'm going to interrupt you really quick. You say you want to see the wall.
Yeah.
The piano guys, if you go to YouTube and go to the piano guys,
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, I know you see the wall in a lot of things, movies and such, but
Yeah.
I think this is one of the best depictions
Oh, okay.
of the wall.
Okay.
And they did have to get special permission.
Oh, really?
It's one of their 7 wonders.
Oh,
So check it out.
I will do that. You guys too. Check
Yeah.
it out.
The
'Cause
piano guys.
it is pretty amazing. I think
Yeah.
that to think about when it was built and the incredible length and height
yeah.
of it,
Just
and
crazy.
Well, my
It's
mom
amazing.
said, my mom said the same thing about the pyramids. She said it was
yeah, I'm not
the
seeing
only
pyramids.
thing. Yeah, she said the only thing is in your head you think this pyramid is like the size of the Empire State Building. You know what I mean? That's what
Yeah.
you assume. Well, there's no reference over there, and
Yeah,
they
there's-
are big, so you don't have any reference as to. I mean, if they've got a tree next to it, yes, then you can tell how tall it is.
Yeah.
you
Not
know?
a lot of trees around.
But
the
they don't
pyramids.
they don't have a lot of trees, and so she says you don't get that same sensation like you do when you see it in a picture book. You're like, you think it's going to be, holy crap, how did they do that? When it is that, but you look around and it looks like it's just as tall as that apartment building over there. It's because there's no other reference. So
Yeah, but the apartment building probably had cranes and
yeah, it's true.
mechanical stuff.
Well, it's sort of like when you go to England too, and you go to what that's in Bath. Like it just flew right under my head. The rocks,
Stonehenge.
The bath?
Stonehenge.
Oh,
The rocks.
I've seen the rocks.
and Easter
I
Island, and
was
some of
kind of
those
thinking
places.
Sean Connery in The
He
Rock.
died.
I know.
That's terrible.
Of course.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not gonna say nothing. I want to do the 7 wonders of the world. So,
Yeah.
So I think that would be great.
I'll for sure play it for you because it is cool.
Okay, cool.
After we're done here.
All right. We'll
Do
do
we
that.
have any other yarny things?
No, I don't have any other yarny things.
I don't really. I've been working on orgasm. Well, I've been calling it orgasm here, but I think I'm going to actually call it Bat OG.
Bat. Oh,
Bat. Or fat. I'm sorry, fat OG.
Oh, fat.
Fat OG.
Okay.
When
Fat
I write
orgasm.
the pattern up, I think I'll call it Fat OG.
Orgasm?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
instead of actually calling it an
Because
orgasm.
it really was like an orgasm.
Oh, it's wonderful
yeah.
stuff to feel.
It really was.
It is.
It is.
But I think I'll call it Fat OG.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, when I write the pattern up.
And we decided this morning that the stuff she showed last week. What did you show last week?
Oh,
So go watch last week. She's going to make mojito out of that.
yeah,
And I think
Mopito.
mojito is going to be our knit along after the first.
Yeah,
of
go
the
check
year.
on Ravelry.
Like go
It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I
You only
need
had
another
one
drink.
drink. You need another one. Okay,
I think
Mom.
I'll make
She's
her a
really not
virgin
drunk,
one
Mom.
next.
Honest, Mom.
I probably
it wasn't
won't
that
know.
strong. No, you're probably.
Mojito. And
Okay.
when were we going to start this? Like
I
the
think
first
January.
of the year?
January, because everybody's too
Beginning
busy
of the
right
year,
now.
Yeah.
Right.
So Mopito can be made in probably not worse.
No. It's mostly fingering because
So it's going to be fingering, maybe DK.
I wouldn't. I'd stick with your fingering.
Fingering.
Yeah.
Okay, fingering, and
It just needs a skein.
or two,
if you want to go really big.
It depends. Yeah, you just stop when you're tired of knitting it.
Right. It's just one of those.
But it's
And-
really a pretty pattern
you
once
could-
it's made up.
Or you could
Do you
totally bust up a bunch of minis.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, yeah.
If
that
you
would
had
be
a bunch
so
of
cool.
minis, if you had a bunch of remnants or leftovers or
Right.
whatever you want to call them,
Right.
you could do that too.
Yeah,
and-
because it makes
and
you
stripe
do
it.
a stockinette and a lace section, and your stockinette, I think it's bigger, and your lace gets smaller as you go.
Yeah, or whatever.
One of that. Anyway, it's
would
a
be an
really
easy
great
one where you
pattern.
could
Go look,
Get rid of leftovers.
check it out.
Fiddly bits.
Fiddly bits would be great because
Yeah.
you could change any time. So that'd be fun,
Yeah.
and it could be something you could do at least an hour. Your
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. We could do like a
knit along. We
A
even
knit
though
along,
we don't knit
knitting
along
along.
when we do this, because could you imagine if we were knitting and doing this stuff? We can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Can you
I
imagine?
usually am knitting, but
We've already talked about that walking and chewing gum.
Yeah,
I can
we
walk
have.
and chew gum.
Okay, right.
It's
yeah.
Yeah, but you can't say Ravelry.
That's true.
All right then.
Okay.
I do
I
have. I,
think
do
that's
struggle
about
with
it.
that.
Mojito.
So go check out Mojito.
Spell
check
that
out
for them.
MPITO. MPITO. It's
That's
It's
actually
a funky spelling.
Yeah, and it's free on
in-
Ravelry. And it's
yeah, I think
I wore it last week,
yeah.
so you can see it. And go to Seven Wonders Piano Guys on
Piano
YouTube.
guys.
Remember Brenda and Heather, 10%.
Yep.
And have a safe and wonderful week. And organize your yarn. And if you're new to yarn and knitting, organize it now because it gets away from you really, really, really quickly. It has a mind of its own. Don't even, they're going to make all these funny faces.
Yep, we are. Here we go, Carly. Here's looking at you.
Bye!
Have a good week.
But stay.
Oh my God.
Oh, I didn't tell my Stephen Colbert story.
No, you didn't! Oh, well. Oh, wait, it's still on!
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's red. Oh.
Stop it. Stop it.
I did!
Stop it. Hand it over.